Hi, Aries. Welcome to your reading. Okay, I am definitely suffering from Mercury retrograde. Every time I go to start the video, I either can't talk, I'm like chewing on my words. I don't know what's happening here. I drop cards and I got to restart. I'm not restarting this part. Those of you who know me for your situation. These cards came out and I want to read them. Um, but with that said, this is going to be a reading from November 24th to the very end of November, November 30th. Okay. So it is the last week of November, and that's exactly what I asked for when I pulled these cards. And this is like my fourth take. So bear with me, guys. You're just going to have to trust me. These are the cards that came out in your situation, and I really wanted to read them. Okay. So the King and Queen of Wands came out, and that's a couple, that's a set. And in the upright position, it tells me that you're both available for each other or in general for a relationship. Because you are king and queen, regardless of your pronoun, regardless who is he, she, or what in this matter. This is you and the other person. You are vibing at the same frequency, but in different kind of ways. See, the King of Pentacles, the other person, is represented by stability, earthiness, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. You, on the other hand, are represented by who you actually truly are, fire, the Queen of Wands. This is you being creative and attractive and demure and graceful in your fiery kind of way. But somebody here is letting go. Now, what are we letting go, or who are we letting go, is going to be the interesting factor. Moreover, the bottom of the deck was the Six of Swords. Mentally disengaging. Somebody here has unrequited love. And because of the unrequited love, they're leaving. I find this interesting, Aries. I also am starting, and I saw the Emperor just now, which is Aries card. Why am I vibing that a lot of you just are saying to yourselves, I know myself. I know who I am. I know how I feel, and I see things clearly now. And that's basically what November was supposed to do for you. You know, Pluto, which is, Mercury retrograde into Scorpio, one of their ruling planets is Pluto, the other is Mars, yours too, Aries. Pluto is a destructive planet, and what Pluto does, and because I mention planets, because they're influences, and when I see them in the cards, I would be remiss from not telling you what they mean. It breaks everything down, and it rebuilds like the phoenix. But you know what? That phoenix has to go through hell and back. It has to go through the fire, right? And this is kind of what you've been processing and doing. You've been going through the fire. You've been going through hell and back. Especially those of you who are Scorpio risings, you will feel this shit strongly. But the reason I'm telling you this person is available is if you really wanted to take a second glance at this, if you really wanted to look at this, if your priorities are one over the other, meaning you want to be in a relationship with stability or versus you feeling your passion and your chemistry. Some of you actually could have been having an affair with this individual because the Queen of Wands also represents the Mr. or the Mistress, the third party person in the scenario. But I don't feel like whether you are or you aren't, that this person wouldn't come to you anyway. I just feel like somebody here is walking away because they feel like they're not emotionally supported. All right? It feels like one-way love. And why I kept bringing up Pluto and, the destruction and the breakdown is because now you know, Aries, who you are in a relationship. You know if there isn't a fundamental connection or a strong ass bond, you just won't bond with them. You'd rather bond with yourself and be like, fuck it, I'm an independent. I'm just go out there and, buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand. All right, let's keep going. Universe, angel, spirit guides, what's coming in for Aries, please? Yeah, I mean, there's some guilt and regret tied to this. I do like temperance, though. And there you are. Boom. The Emperor. The High Priestess. See, the Five of Cups talks about guilt and regret. So say you walked away from somebody and you wanted to see what they were going to do, or if they would chase you or talk to you, whatever. You've come to realize, one, that's a stupid idea. Two, but you taking the step away realizes that you needed to take the step away. not for them, but for you. So you can realize that you could see their true colors and yours too. It's like an eye opener for you. It's like you saying to yourself, like, okay, now that I've taken a step away from this individual, yeah, maybe we don't resonate. Maybe we are incompatible. I don't know. It feels and it sounds like I might have to give up a lot of shit. But you know that you need to do something, but you feel bad about it. Regret, spilled milk, the woulda, coulda, shoulda card. I should have said this. I should have said that. I could have done this. I could have done that. No, you couldn't. That which is meant for you won't pass you by. But you do have 2 cups right behind you. I understand that you're kind of not talking to somebody. The high priestess is like, what's to talk about? We said everything there is to say. They know how I feel. They know the truth. I know the truth. The eye opener, right? Temperance, trying to temper thyself, right? By being patient, by collecting your energy, by finding balance. And this is what I was trying to say about the part where you're kind of walking away so you could see things clearly. See, here you are at the bottom of the deck as the Emperor. If you're not feeling this way already, these energies that I'm talking about, you will. This last week of November, you're going to start walking with purpose, Aries. You're going to say to yourself, I'm an Emperor. I boss up. I lead. You know what? I keep saying this about the Empress, and I'm going to say it finally now for the Emperor. You know, it's lonely at the top. There isn't a lot of people to match you. It's like, did you know that Aries is also one of the rare zodiac signs in the zodiac wheel? One of them. Yeah, gets lonely there. The only other energy that matches the Emperor at the top is the Empress. So, maybe you would prefer to wait. Maybe you prefer to find your Empress. I don't know what to tell you because I see you walking away from some kind of unrequited business. You're mentally discharging. You're making a judgment call. And when you do, boom goes the Tower. Now, if this isn't you, it's the other person. But this is the common thread. Let me mix this all up. All right, universe, angel, spirit guides. What is it Aries doesn't see coming their way? Sorry for the big speech. It's a big week for you guys. Because December, it's time to shake, rattle, and roll. And start making your resolutions from now. We're not waiting for January. I'm saying that with love, guys. All right, 8 of Wands in reverse. Ooh, why? Oh. Yeah, this is kind of like I can buy myself flowers and write my name in the sand kind of vibe. 8 of Wands is like no longer taking action here with somebody else. This 8 of Wands that's supposed to be going back and forth here with someone, it's not. Kind of like, stopped. And then there you are, single, independent. You can sing to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. But let me tell you something. When you hold out because you put it out there to the universe that you truly believe that your Empress is out there, that you are of this worth, that you are of this value, and then the type of healthy relationship that you want, you're calling it in. Look, the Empress, there she blows. Coming on in. And yeah, I say she because she in the card, but this is your other person, male, female, it doesn't matter. Now, you guys should know that cards are energies, so don't really have much of a pronoun. Because even as human beings, our souls, we all have a divine feminine and divine masculine. And it's not usually 50-50. One is stronger than the other, regardless what your outside physical sex is. Your internal could be 60-40, 70-30. All right, let's continue. Okay, I have an Ace of Swords. I'll keep you. What else do I have for advice, please? Ace of Swords talks about putting your cards on the table, telling the truth, beginning a relationship based on honesty, contracts, signatures. Let's see. Thoughts, but you really need to make a decision. I know you're torn. I know you're struggling. I know you're having a hard time trying to choose between two things. But I do see an ending and betrayal back here. So if this is being done to you, or if you're kind of doing it, I don't know who's doing it. I always say, like, what do you do with this? You know, why do you have to decide something when this happens? This should be like a no-brainer for anybody. This is just like, let me take these fucking daggers out of my back. You know, the warning signs are on the goddamn wall. Am I like being silly now? I should get up and go from here. But guess what? You can only rise from the ashes like the phoenix, as I spoke about earlier. This is the fire. Now you shed this. You shed the swords. You get up. You go. Put all your cards on the table. Lay it all out there. Be honest. You're honest anyway. And then this is the only way, by you having communication with this Ace of Swords, because I said I would take it, and I think you should. You need to communicate. And I believe the second you do, you'll be able to make that tough call, that tough choice for yourselves. All right, what is the outcome of the week? I know it's easier said than done. I know it because I'm just reading the cards. But I want you to go back in your baggage, in your luggage, unpack that shit somewhere there in your bags, in your past. You've been through this before. You've been through betrayal. You've been through endings. You've been through unrequited loves. You've been through runner chasers. You've been through it all, Aries. So dig deep. How did that come out? How did you survive that? Use that. Help you. Outcome of the week. Two of Cups in reverse. That's a breakup. And what is this? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I see. And the Two of Pentacles. I don't know if some of you guys are debating whether you should... You're weighing your pros and cons, like you're debating whether you should give into it. I know Six of Pentacles, I know how I always talk about how it's like a breadcrumbing card, especially in the reverse. You really, truly are. The universe is telling you so. You were being breadcrumbed. So this is why maybe perhaps you broke up with somebody. Even though it seemingly seemed as if this person cared about you and loved you, which they did. Just maybe not in the form or way that you wanted it or expected it. Because this King of Pentacles is up right here. But I see the Two of Cups. So even though when we get Two of Cups, which I love, this means the other person feels the same way about you. But sometimes when you don't tell your person how you feel, people assume the worst, the wrong thing. They start, you know, overanalyzing, doing crazy shit. That's what that looks like to me. A breakup with somebody who felt mutually about you. But you also felt like you were being breadcrumbed, and you might have been. You really might have. We'll see when we clarify all of this. This is like a big heavy duty reading this week. Never is it like already 13 minutes with just the first base reading. I just feel like there's so much more to talk about that with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I know, like I always say, oh, it's the breadcrumbing card. It's like people are begging you for attention, needing this, that. It's not gonna fly for you. And you know why? Because you guys are already independent, right? But when you are together, you want that connection, and you want to know that when you go back to the connection is real. It's true. You don't want to sit there, you know, wondering when the other shoe is going to drop. You're never going to feel good. That's why you also have Temperance here. All right, let's continue. Let's start clarifying all this stuff. I'm saddened by that, but we'll see why that's there in a minute. The clarifiers usually give great details. Why is the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, please? You're trying to close out a chapter, I think. I think you're trying to close the door behind, right? This is somebody from your recent past. You're trying to remain positive and hopeful. That's an Aquarius card, by the way. You are going back and forth, but there you are, stressing, having sleepless nights, debating if you should keep investing in the relationship, but there's so many blocks, challenges, arguments, and you gotta, like, make a judgment call. All right. Tell me about Temperance. Tell me about High Priestess. And tell me about the Five of Cups, please. I guess the heart wants what it wants, right, Aries? What's going on here for Aries, please? Why is Temperance through the High Priestess and Five of Cups? The Magician in reverse. See, there we have the Two of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Taurus here. Well, this is Aries Taurus. And this is Cappy. And the Two of Cups. I feel like the guilt and the regret is tied to something where you're just like done trying to manifest. You just feel like there isn't enough here. There just isn't enough of resources, or there isn't enough of like anything, because it looks like it got boring for someone. It stagnated. It went as far as it could go with the Page of Pentacles. Now, if this is work related, I don't know. You're learning something new, but you don't have all the tools or the resources yet to manifest what it is that you want to do work-wise. You're struggling also. Use your intuition. It'll guide you. So you're trying to be patient. All right. But there's somebody here that is willing to help you, like a partner. Look at this. The Five of Cups is right behind the Two of Cups. All right. Let me see which means that, you know, this person does love you, or feel the same way you feel about them. So if you love them, they love you, regardless if they're telling you or not. And maybe they're not telling you, and that's why you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're like, well, you're not telling me anything. I don't know how to bond with that. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? If that's also work related, it's just something is not moving. There's a lack of communication or action, just not moving. What's this Eight of Wands in reverse, please? The reason for that is because somebody here is holding back, pausing, reflecting on where to invest in their future, which is the right cup to invest in, meaning this person or that person, this job or that job, this career, keep giving it, or just do my own thing, but resisting. Somebody here is resisting or holding back from moving forward into the relationship or letting the person come back. That's why it's not moving forward. Someone's debating this. I think this person that you have here was debating your future, and maybe you just, I don't know, felt like it was breadcrumbs. They're like, are they always going to do that? Possibly. Okay. But, you know, I know you took a step back. Somebody here took a step back to pause and reflect if this is what they want with this person anymore. That's what it looks like. Same thing with a job and a career. Or a family friend, or a friend, or a situation. Like, it could be something as dumb as like, I'm going to the gym for like 2 years. I'm not getting any results. I have to stop going. Or, you know, it's a trainer and the trainer's like not giving you results, so you don't go anymore. Or like, you know, they're flaking out on you. Dumb, but you get the concept. Ace of Swords, Two of Swords, please clarify. The Moon, Pisces. Ooh, look, our Ace of Swords came out again. So yes, you need to communicate here with somebody and put your cards on the table. Be like, I like you, I love you, but I feel like I'm not getting enough from you. I think we're different, but this is what I need. I mean, tell me what you need, so maybe we can match. It's an example. But you do need to put your cards on the table. You do need to communicate. And for me to get two Ace of Swords in the same position, that's like a big call out. All right. Eight of Cups in reverse talks about U-turn. Yeah, your cups are dry. You probably feel that way for sure. But you actually need to be cautious, right? Interesting. I think some of you could be dealing with somebody where the blowback could be bad. Perhaps, I'm not sure, I'm not clear. Even if some of you want closure, you still need to do the communication, right? And you still need to make a choice, because I do see a fresh new start in love coming. That's why they're cautioning you. Be cautious. There's shit going on behind the scenes you're not aware of. It's like at work, managers are talking about you behind your back, whether it's positive or negative, you don't know, but it's affecting, whether you get promoted or not. That's why conversations are important, so you can, surface the info. What is the Two of Cups in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse? The King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, hello, person number 2. All right. There's somebody here where you could be breaking up with because of the breadcrumbing, right? Even though this person is available to you, this person also doesn't really scream the I love yous. They just show you the I love yous in, perhaps different kind of ways, right? They know you have a favorite sweater and it's back in the market and they bought it for you in every color. That's them. You get my point. 4 of Wands. After this November shit goes down, let me tell you, the phoenix flies. The phoenix friggin' flies, because now you put roots down. It's going to make you happy. The second this happens, you're going to have to start weighing your pros and cons on what you can and cannot live with. Those sacrifices, 5 of Swords. Boom. Solid new start. Me love this. Okay. We're not going past that because we got to keep it in November. Now, what are we going to read about in the extended for Aries, please? Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and worth waiting for. Yeah, there's like some crazy ass energies right now. And I think I was saying this to who? Gemini? I think it was Gemini. Where the universe pretty much right now is taking the whole entire collective. They're throwing you all in a bag. They're jingling it. And come 2026, boom. They open the bag and they throw you all out and they say, off you go, my little children. But everything they're doing to you right now is for a reason. All right? The worth waiting for in the flirt is interesting to me because I think a little flirty-murdy here is going to help you guys. And you just need to wait here for a person. I feel like that's somebody's energy you kind of got to wait for. But we'll see. All right? In the extended. Let's read another card from Spiritual as Lovely. There are expletives in here. I know they're cringy, but, you're just gonna bear and grin it with me. Aries, please. Aries, please. What does Aries need to hear? Ugh, why do you gotta give me so many? Let's see. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what's going on here. Call bullshit on your bullshit. Guys, I want you to laugh with me, all right? Want to get out of a rut? The first step is to get tired of the bullshit. Your bullshit. Their bullshit. The world's bullshit. Spend today honing your sense of déjà vu. Once you can spot the old shit, you can start to stop that old shit. All right. You gonna cry about it or boss up? Pro tip, do both. And I've known Aries to do this, and it works like a charm every time. Good cry. Fuck you, world. I'm bossing up. I'm coming out. I've seen it time and time again, and it's worked like a charm. All right? You can do both. The real ballers feel their feelings and do what they know is right at the same time. You still the boss, even if you a crying boss. I mean, no one needs to see it, but still, you know what I mean. Be a badass love beam today. That's right. Today, it's your job to fill every room you go in with that laser beam of love. If you can't do laser beams, then make your heart a bubble machine and fill the room with bubbles. If that doesn't work for you, then you should be bring donuts to work. Donuts make almost everyone happy. Go forth with your mission, little grasshopper. Blow some love in the room. Can you imagine? Seriously, close this after hearing this, if you're all still here. Walk in every room. I'm a love beam today. See how your day completely changes. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. I hope this helped. I'll see you on the next one.